Hello friends, now I am going to start with you to discuss new topic Humayun's tomb. The tomb of the Humayun is found in Delhi today. What's the present day situation? I am not discussing now, but I am just discussing main one point. It is considered to be best specimen of Mughal architecture. See, architecture is having its style, which decides its condition. And actually, death of the Humayun, after his death, 9 years later, this tomb was started to be constructed. That is the point, you remember. 1556 he died. And 1565 this tomb was started to be built by his wife Begum Hamida, and it is completely constructed in Iranian style. Remember, the main point you have to remember, it is completely constructed in Iranian style. Second point, it is also completed with red Indian stone and marble stone. I repeat, it is completely constructed in red Indian stone and in marble stone very skillfully. So remember, when Humayun was died 1556 AD, when the construction was started 1565 AD, this is the important year because in the same year the fort in Agra started to be constructed by Akbar. So remember, the same year is important. Okay, so many students could ask me in the textbook the year of the death and the construction when it was started is not given, but I am giving you indicated 1556 the death of the Humayun, the year for death of Humayun, and second when the construction was started 1565. Okay, who started this construction? Begum Hamida, the wife of Humayun, started this construction. Third point, in which style it was constructed? Iranian style of art. Fourth point, in which substances it was constructed? Red and white stone were used for construction this tomb. Okay. Generally, tomb is used the word where the grave of the royal family person is being done, and surrounding area of the grave is being changed in the memorial. A room with the artistic designs is being constructed surrounding the grave. That is called tomb. For the royal court it is made. Is that clear? Okay. In our Indian language, tomb is considered to be maqbara. Remember, the tomb is considered to be maqbara in our Indian Hindi language or the Urdu language we can say also. Okay. Let us continue to discuss Fort of Agra. See, I have just earlier discussed with you about Humayun's tomb. It was started to construct in 1565, but it was started to construct by Begum Hamida, wife of Humayun, and this fort was started to construct by Akbar. So now there's so many people becoming surprised by red color stone is used in Agra. The same red color stone is used in Delhi's Red Fort. So Agra's fort and Delhi's fort both are constructed from the same colored stone. Same substances are used. But even though Agra's fort is considered as a fort of Agra, and Delhi's Red Fort is considered as a Lal Killa. Killa means the fort, and red color in the Hindi language is considered as Lal. So the Lal Killa or the Red Fort in Delhi. Okay. For which purpose it was started? The point I want to discuss: to make whole city as more protected city. This fort was constructed. It has 1.5 miles circumference surrounding to Agra city, 70 feet tall, and out of the wall that is 40 feet depth of the valley. Outside it was filled with the water in earlier period. It is important thing that in this complete wall no cracks, in such a way the stone has been completely skillfully connected to each other that not a single crack is seen between two stones. That is the important thing. Okay. In this fort, Jahangir Palace was built, because you remember the name of the Jahangir was Akbar's son. The architectural style of the Bengal and Gujarat was being used in Jahangir Palace. Thereafter, when Shah Jahan's life was in the declining period of his rule, Aurangzeb forcibly imprisoned Shah Jahan for last 8 years in this fort, and the situation was of his prison room. From that room he was only able to see Taj Mahal, because Taj Mahal is also in the Agra, right? We have to remember these things, that fort of Agra is different from the fort of Red Fort of Delhi, but same kind of the red stone was used in both forts, right? Okay. Now I want to discuss the second one, is Taj Mahal. See, Taj Mahal is the third topic for today in our lecture. It is located also in Agra. Agra is the riverbank city on Yamuna in state of Uttar Pradesh today. Taj Mahal's white stone is showing a different image during the day, morning to the sunset, and its whiteness is having equal shine from since so many centuries have passed. So it is become one of the 7 wonders in the world, most probably in the first rank in one of the 7 wonders in the world. It is actually tomb for Shah Jahan's wife Mumtaz, right? Her original name was Arzamand Banu. Her original name was Arzamand Banu, as the history says. She died in 1630, and after 1 year this construction was started in 1631 AD. Here it is said that lots of the rupees in those days currency, Taj Mahal was constructed by using the marble. More than 4.5 crore is used. Okay. 22 years were taken for constructing this Taj Mahal. Means started in 1631 and completed in 1653. That is the point you have to remember. Due to this tomb of Mumtaz, Taj Mahal became the memorable as the symbol of love, as the history says. I am not discussing anything more. Remember the one thing, the originality of the Taj Mahal's art is seen in its decorative arcs, artistic octagonal fence carved out on the stone. The grave of the Mumtaz lies in the center of the complete structure, and the shape of the Taj Mahal is rectangular from north to south. Okay. Taj Mahal is today a place where the world wants to come or to visit to see its artistic designs and to take the photography. Some way in which the photography is done also outer side of the Taj Mahal, and in outer side area we can see one garden and the fountain exit in the center of the whole outer area, and one bench has been placed from where every person wants to take the photography. In backside the Taj Mahal is seen. Every international publicities, personalities like Barack Obama, President of America, Donald Trump with his daughter, he also visited there. Means it's a place where even the international personalities also wants to visit. That is the thing. Okay, now we are moving to the next topic for today. It is Red Fort. So just I have discussed regarding Fort of Agra. I have also referred this Red Fort. Red Fort is in Delhi and Fort of Agra is in city of Agra. See, remember that is the main difference. But I have already indicated that in both the places the similarity is use of stone. The red stone is used in both places. That I want to indicate. Okay. It is said that the Shah Jahan's period is considered as the golden period for the constructions in Mughal Empire. Earlier we have discussed about Taj Mahal. Now we are discussing about Red Fort. So the Red Fort was also constructed by inspiration and under patronage of Shah Jahan. 1638 is the year when the fort was made. Shah Jahan founded one city inside the fort known as Shahjahanabad. That you remember. I repeat. One city was constructed inside the fort was Shahjahanabad. Remember. Today it is known as simply a fort. Okay. This fort is including some important buildings: Diwan-e-Aam, Diwan-e-Khas, Rang Mahal, Sheesh Mahal or Aina Mahal. Aina Mahal means mirror palace. Thereafter Mughal garden. Actually in the Delhi at two places we can see the Mughal garden. First is this one, and second we can see at the President House of India at the Raisina Hills in Delhi, New Delhi area. It is also known as the Mughal garden. Okay, the Lahori Gate, the next point of the visit in the Red Fort, and the Meena Bazaar. Here one point is not discussed and not given in the book, but I want to indicate. In Red Fort we can see Moti Mosque. Mosque means masjid, where the prayers is done by the all Muslim brothers. Moti Masjid is constructed inside the Red Fort is from marble. And the same name, see, remember, here the Moti Masjid was constructed by Aurangzeb in Red Fort. Another Moti Masjid is also constructed in the Fort of Agra, is constructed by Shah Jahan. So this is also another similarity. In the Fort of Agra, Moti Masjid is there. Moti Masjid means Pearl Mosque is there. In Fort of Agra, the same kind of the name is given here. The marble, the constructed mosque is there. Its name is also Moti Masjid, constructed by Aurangzeb in Delhi. Right? This point is not given in your book, so I am just discussing here. Because as when I visited personally, I had seen at both the places, so I am discussing here. And when you are passing surrounding area of the Moti Masjid, you can see some handmade paintings have been placed of different Mughal rulers. The different painters have handmade, their handmade paintings are also placed surrounding area of Moti Masjid. Okay, now I want to indicate one more point. In Red Fort, one place is there where the court was gathered, royal court was gathered in time of Shah Jahan, and the court is already completely in a situation from where Shah Jahan can see every person, but neither any pillar may come in monitoring the whole court for him. That is the architectural skill that I want to discuss. Where the Shah Jahan was sitting in the royal court, Diwan-e-Aam it is called, in the backside of his place, there is a engraved balance has been shown. Means it's a symbol of the justice, where he was giving the justice. Okay. Here in a Red Fort, Mayurasan or peacock throne was also placed earlier. It is considered to be best exquisite creation of fort. This Mayurasan or the peacock throne was taken away by Nadir Shah, who invaded India in his period. He took this throne with him to Iran, but after taking it to the Iran, nobody knows where it has been disappeared laterly. But it is also said he also took most precious diamond Kohinoor when he invaded India. Laterly it was brought back to India, and now it is in the crown of Queen of the Britain. Today it is in the Kohinoor diamond I am saying. But the peacock throne has not been seen now. So it has been either melted for the purpose of getting gold and gems and silver, or it has been disappeared anywhere, nobody knows. Okay, here I have discussed with you about a Red Fort, right my friends? Now I have to discuss with you about the another Mughal building, Fatehpur Sikri. This is not a building, complete a city. That is the important thing. It was started to construct in 1569 AD and completed in 1572. 3 years Akbar had taken to construct a complete city 26 miles away from the Agra fort in state of Uttar Pradesh. Okay. It is constructed in the memory of his master Sufi Sant Sheikh Salim Chishti. Now remember, when this city was completely constructed, Akbar shifted his capital city in Fatehpur Sikri. The building of the well-known buildings of this city are Palace of Birbal, Golden Palace of Bibi Mariam, Palace of Turkey Sultan, Jama Masjid, Masjid means mosque, and Buland Darwaza. See, remember, I want to discuss more important point about Buland Darwaza. Buland Darwaza is having a height of 50 meter. A gate height of 50 meter and a width of 41 meter. Now you think 50 meter height, 41 meter width of a gate. How such a huge construction we can say. The remarkable building of this city is, another remarkable building of this city is Palace of Jodhabai, the Queen of Akbar, and Panchmahal, tomb of Sheikh Salim Chishti, Diwane Khas, and Jyotish Mahal. See, originally this construction was, the city was given the name only Sikri, but when Akbar conquered Gujarat, means Gujarat came under the rule of Akbar in his time, it was given the name Fatehpur, means memory, in memory that he also conquered Gujarat. He conquered Gujarat also. In that way, he gave the word Fatehpur to this Sikri city. Right, my friends? So remember here you all that this important place we have to remember. Now, here I have completed the discussion of all memorable places of Mughal period. See, remember, I want to again discuss which discussion of the monuments we have taken today. Humayun's tomb, Fort of Agra, Taj Mahal, then Red Fort, and Fatehpur Sikri. These all places are considered as Mughal period's construction. So you have to remember this. If anybody asks you, discuss Mughal architectures, then you have to describe Humayun's tomb, Fort of Agra, Taj Mahal, Red Fort, and Fatehpur Sikri. So the completely structures combined discussion I have done today here for you. Right, my friends? So one more point I want to discuss here, that I forgot. Okay, the Buland Darwaza was originally a gate of Jodhabai's palace, and it has been shown in our Jodha Akbar movie. Right? I repeatedly say that this scene of the Darwaza means the gate, the large gate, the huge gate. Buland means the huge, and the gate means the Darwaza, has been shown or picturized in Jodha Akbar movie. So when you again see the movie, you can see it. Okay. Here I have discussed about Mughal architectures. Now I want to discuss one more point of the Church of Goa. See, Goa is the place as the proud for the Portuguese. When first priest from the Christianity came to India, as given detail, not I am discussing in historical documents anymore. Saint Xavier came here and started to spread Christianity in India. So Christian missionaries, here it is clearly stated that Christian missionaries came to India to spread the Christianity with Portuguese. And here some churches we can see: Basilica of Bom Jesus, Basilica of God Jesus. Both churches we can see in Old Goa region. The relics of Saint Francis Xavier is yet kept in coffin in Church of Goa. So the main point about this body I want to discuss here: his dead body has not been decayed yet. It is as like as, and not from any side it has been changed without using any kind of the medicines. The body has been kept as it is, yet it is available. And on 25th December it is said that, not I have visited on that day, but it is said that on 25th December the body of the Saint Xavier is being brought out for the people's visit. So the importance of the Church of the Goa is the Christianity is seen there in very well, very beautifully decorative churches are there. And yet today the Goa, even after the Portuguese have already left India and complete power has been transferred to the India, but even today we can find so many symbols of the Portuguese constructions are found there, and these churches are historical place to visit. Okay, without that, the beach, many beach we can see in Goa too. Right, my friends? So here I have discussed with you about Church of Goa. Okay.